Hello everyone, welcome back to another Sudoku. Today we're going to be looking at Irregular Miracle. Standard Sudoku rules apply, so if this 2 sees all of those spaces, the cardinal direction. Also anti-king, so king's move away doesn't work, and anti-knight. Knight move away doesn't work. Also can't be consecutive with this 1. So with that said, let's get started. Can't be there because of anti-knight, and it can't be in any of these spaces because it'll hit all of those 2s. Let's see. This box 2 has got to be in one of those spots. And now all of these are aligned in the same 3 columns. So there can't be a 2 in any of these spots. Now there can't be a 2 here or here because it would hit both of those. There can't be a 2 here. So 2 in there is pretty limited. Neither of these spaces could be 2 because they would hit those. This space can't be a 2 because of anti-king. That can't be a 2 because of anti-knight. Actually, what I think is happening also is these 2 are in the same rows, so this can't be a 2 because the 2 has got to be in a line. So then the 2 here must be in one of those spots because of that plus that. Now if this were a 2, it would hit all of those spaces, which would mean that there couldn't be a 2 in this entire column, so that's not a 2. And now these 2s and these 2s line up, which means that that is a 2. So a little bit complicated, hopefully. Not too much though. That 2 sees that by anti-knight, and that's all the 2s. So now we just got the 1s, and then once we get up to the 3s, everything should be smooth sailing. 1 in here is in one of these spots. 1 in here is in one of those spots. That's really limiting. That has to be the 1 then. Wow. So, since in this box 1 can't be in any of these spaces, these 1s shoot across there. And now there can't be a 1 here because it would hit both of those. There can't be 1s there because of the 2. And there can't be a 1 here because of that 1. So in this bottom row, this has to be a 1, which makes this a 1. It's got to be a 1 in one of those 2 spots for the row logic. None of these spaces could be a 1 because they would all hit those 2 1s. So the 1 in this box must be here, which is pretty crazy. Now the 1 up here is extremely limited, which means that there can't be a 1 anywhere in this space or here, which means that's a 1. That's a 1 and that's a 1. And that should finish off the 1s. So now we got 3s, and this is where it gets tricky because we've only got the 2s to go off of in terms of what 3s are limited, which is a bit tricky. So let's just do this the easy way and highlight everything that could be a 3. anything I'm missing? That looks smooth. So now this can't be a 3 because of the square. This can't be a 3 for the same reason. Which does hit the rest of the line now. This line means that that can't be a 3. If this were a 3, it would force a 3 here. Now there's nowhere to put a 3 in this box. So that's not a 3. This can't be a 3 because it would hit everything in there. This also can't be a 3 for the same reason. So now that 3 affects all that. Neither of those could be a 3 because they hit these. So the 3 up here is pretty limited now. If this were a 3, it would hit this, and now there's nowhere to put a 3 in here. So that is not 3. Which is gonna solve for the 3s here. Will I ever figure out what that noise is? Probably not. In any case, that's all the 3s. Let's highlight all the 4s now. Unless there's some easier place to start. Yes! This 3 hits all those, and now those 3s, so that's a 4. Now one of these is a 4, which really restricts these 2 spots from being 4s. One of those into a 4. One of those is a 4, except it can't be next to a 3. That's a 4, which makes this a 4 because of the central 3 there. Now this has to be the 4 for this column. What is going on? All these random banging noises from my house. Ah, man. So this is where it looks like it ends up, but there must be some way to finish these off. Right? Something I'm missing. Move on to 5s. I'm already seeing a lot of interesting 5 counter interplay, not counterplay. Counter strike. Five is either there or there. I can't say where. But here's something interesting in this box. 5 is limited. That can't be a 5 because of those 5s. This can't be a 5 because of those, and that can't be a 5 because of those. This can't be a 5 because it's in between 4s. That can't be a 5 because of the 4. 5 is in one of these spots, which makes this not a 4. Because then there wouldn't be a possible 5. So now that's a 4, that can't be a 5. 5 in here is kind of limited. I don't know how useful that'll be though. think this has to be a 5. No. I was misreading that. Oh right, this 5 is in a line now, so that's not a 5. That's a 5, that's a 5, and that's a 5. 5 can't be in either of those spots, so 5 in here is kind of limited. Can't be a 5 because it's in the same box, same for that. This 5 rules out those 5s. Which means the 5 in here is in one of these spots, which rules out this 5. Because it would hit both. That's a 5, and that's a 5. That 5 means that that's not a 4. So that is a 4. Fixes the rest of the 4s. One of these is a 5 because of Sudoku. It's gotta be that one. That 5 sees that. And that's a 5 by Sudoku. So now we go searching for 6s. Yeah, this is useful knowledge. I can't be a 6. This square. What do I do about this square? Oh, this can't be a 6 because it would hit both of those. So this square is pretty limited. Means that that can't be a 6 anymore. Oh, all these 5s are in a nice spot, leading me to believe that this is a good chain. That 6 sees that. That should be all of them, I think. Now we got 7s. Let's see if there's any easy ones before I start filling stuff in. Those 2 are pretty easy. 7's gotta be in one of those, so that's a 7. 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 And that's a 7. That's a 7. Now we just need to find a 7 next to an empty spot to know where the 8s and 9 goes. Nice puzzle. And the last 9 is there. So a pretty interesting puzzle. I like any miracle, but adding the irregularity of this grid makes it very interesting. Especially with the opening with this 2, leading it so that those are 2s and then this is 2s. And then it all like compounds on itself. So pretty good puzzle, and I'll see you on the next one.